If you're having issues with high notes, here are some solutions. Firstly, remember that high notes make your vocal cords vibrate faster, which means that you're losing more air per second. Breath control is the number one reason people cannot sing high notes properly. Commonly, when somebody is having trouble with a high note, they're thinking about that high note as being the issue, but it's actually going into the high note and the notes and the words coming before the high note that's creating your problem. So analyze your area before the note goes high. Make sure you're taking the right breath patterns and taking enough air in those breaths, and try applying that to singing the high note. Number two, when you're trying to sing a high note that's too high for you, one of the best things to try to do is sing an even higher note. Sounds crazy, but if you focus on singing the note even higher than the one you just sang, it makes the one that you think is high not feel very high. Thirdly, think about the way you're opening up your mouth. Sometimes singing a high note requires you to lift up your cheeks like this. Sometimes you need to kind of lower your jaw a little bit, and that has a lot to do with the quality of sound that you're going for. Sometimes you need to open up your mouth a little bit more wide, like that, to create the sound that really needs to be found for that specific high note. So work on different ways to open up your mouth and find out how that affects the way you sing, and don't feel silly doing that because every artist and every singer does that. Fourthly, think about your vowel sound. There are some vowel sounds that are harder to sing than others. If you're trying to sing, say, an E sound on a really high note, it's easy to kind of transfer it into an A sound and make that be more of an open tone so that your voice sounds better and can achieve the note a little bit better. There are certain other vowels that are hard to pronunciate too, say like an I or a U. A U will scoop into the back of your throat. So if you're trying to sing a high note on a U, make it sound more like an O sound. And that will help a lot with getting the air out of your throat, which will make your voice be able to sing the high note a lot better and clearer. And then, of course, the parts of your voice is definitely something you should consider when it comes to singing higher notes. Singing higher notes in a really strong chest voice when it's past your vocal break will never work. Trying to sing it like a more of a mixed tone will be much more helpful, meaning that you're putting just a little bit of your head voice into your chest voice as you're belting the note out. One way you can achieve that is by making your chest voice a little softer, or by trying to make your head voice very strong. But in either case, your voice will sound more like a mixed belt. And for a lot of the students I work with, when they're trying to sing a note in their chest voice, the original artist is not even using their full chest voice to create that sound. So think about that a little bit.